Hi, my name is Rich Kaplan, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Michigan studying macromolecular science and engineering. I'm here to talk to you about making medical devices safer with bacteria-repellent coatings. So I'm going to show you something. This is a urinary catheter. It's a device used to drain the bladder of a hospital patient who is unable to urinate on their own. This device is so commonly used that 1 in 6 hospitalized people requires a catheter. Unfortunately, as a result of such widespread use, 4 in 10 people who get an infection at the hospital get it from a catheter, and 8 in 10 UTIs outside of a medical environment come from catheter use. The reason these infections occur is that bacteria like to group together, and the surface of a catheter is a great spot for this. Once enough bacteria have grouped up, they form a colony and enclose themselves in a biofilm that protects them from the outside environment. If this colony grows large enough, pieces of the biofilm can break off, allowing the infection to spread through the bloodstream to other parts of the body. So with this in mind, the first thing you may be thinking is, what if we could repel bacteria so that they never stick to the surface in the first place? This can be done using antifouling surfaces, which can do such a thing through the use of a coating applied to the base material. One promising solution involves the use of zwitterionic materials. The molecules of these materials have an equal amount of positive and negative charges in their structure. This means that when they are attached to a surface, water likes to stick to the surface more than before. Once a layer of water is formed, any bacteria nearby the surface are less inclined to attach themselves, meaning that a zwitterionic surface will repel bacteria. The big challenge of making zwitterionic surfaces is that they often require very specific methods of chemical attachment. A zwitterionic molecule has a certain type of attachment point, so if the surface is able to match it, the molecule can be grafted, and a zwitterionic surface can be made. However, if the surface has no attachment points, the molecule cannot be grafted, and a zwitterionic surface cannot be made. Attachment points can be added, but the method often varies by material, and if these attachment points are not of the correct type, the molecule still will not be able to stick, and once again, a zwitterionic surface will not be able to form. There is a surprising solution to this, however. This is dopamine. If you've heard that name before, you probably know it as the chemical that releases in the brain to create pleasure. What you might not know is that it can serve another purpose, being very sticky. In fact, marine mussels use it for this very purpose, as they secrete adhesives containing similar chemical structures that allow them to stick to nearly anything. Dopamine molecules also contain an attachment point that is compatible with zwitterionic molecules, so exposing a surface to them under the right conditions allows for a layer of dopamine to form, called polydopamine. When zwitterionic molecules are exposed to this layer, they are able to attach and form an antifouling surface on any material that polydopamine has been applied to. So, why is this important? First off, if bacteria cannot stick to the catheter, an infection cannot form, and as a result, a catheter with this coating is safer to use. Additionally, this coating can be applied to other medical implants, from life-saving devices such as pacemakers or artificial organs, to more commonplace devices like IUDs. The uses of antifouling surfaces are only limited by our own creativity. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation.